What is polarity, and why does it matter when studying biology? Let's answer those questions using Visible Body Suite. Unlike an ionic bond, where electrons move from one ion to another, a covalent bond involves electrons being shared between atoms. But that sharing isn't always equal. When electrons are drawn more strongly toward one atom than another, negative charge becomes unevenly distributed. As a result, the molecule develops a slightly negative end and a slightly positive end. You can think of these ends as two poles that make the molecule polar. Water is a polar molecule. As you can see here, electrons are attracted more strongly to the oxygen atom than to the hydrogen atoms. Oxygen contains more protons in its nucleus, giving it a stronger pull on electrons. That means this end of the molecule carries a slight negative charge, while this end carries a slight positive charge. Molecular polarity affects how substances move across the plasma membrane of cells because the interior of the phospholipid bilayer is nonpolar, or uncharged. In general, small, nonpolar molecules can diffuse across the membrane with little difficulty. Ions and larger polar molecules, however, usually require assistance from specialized channels or transport proteins. Water is a bit of an exception. Because it's so small, water can slowly pass through the phospholipid bilayer on its own. Many cells also contain specialized channels called aquaporins that allow water to move across the membrane much more quickly. In fact, the diffusion of water has its own name: osmosis. Understanding osmosis is essential for studying fluid balance in both plants and animals. Another important property of polar molecules is that their positive and negative ends allow them to form bonds with one another. One of the strongest examples occurs in water. Because hydrogen atoms are very small, they develop particularly strong polarity when bonded to a larger atom such as oxygen. This creates a powerful intermolecular attraction known as a hydrogen bond. The enormous number of hydrogen bonds at water's surface gives rise to surface tension, allowing water to form droplets. And there you have it, polarity in less than 2 minutes. For more 3D biochemistry basics, explore Visible Body Suite at visiblebody.com/VB Suite.